Hotel Echo Lima Lima Oscar. Excuse me. Good evening from South East London, England. As you can see, I'm not at the Emirates tonight. Sometimes you have to prioritize certain things before football, and I'll be watching it on my phone. At the moment, there's no sound on my phone, so if you can't hear me, put it on we'll call it. Just bear with me. Put it on subtitles, and just get the sound up. Nope. Other than that, this is your host, your guy himself, the one and only and truly DLG repping, otherwise short for Dele London Guna, space, Romeo Echo Papa Papa Indigo November. This is a very late match preview, which should have been done yesterday. There's no excuses. I can understand, followers, that you're frustrated with me, and rightfully so, because I've not been consistent with my recording. But nevertheless, I'll always pop up and do the best I can to give you a match preview, review, and more footballing content. And I do mean more footballing content. So it's Newcastle United later on this evening, 8 o'clock kickoff. I can tell you the other score line from the Vitality Stadium is Bournemouth 0, Manchester City 1. Phil Foden from close range. So that's Bournemouth 0, Manchester City 1. Other than that, show me love, joy, and respect by smashing the thumbs up like button for me, yeah? Smash those thumbs up like button for me in abundance. Make sure that you share this channel virally all over the globe, especially to your friends or your relatives, yeah? Share this channel amongst your friends and your relatives. And you're watching for the first time, I'll say welcome on board. Just share this amongst your friends and your relatives and tell them to share it amongst their friends and relatives, if that makes sense. You know, my comment section, if you got a score prediction and opinion, if you have any ideas, etc., leave it in the comment section below. And lastly, excuse me, make sure you hit the sub button for me, yeah? Smash the sub button for me, left, right, and center, gloriously but passionately for me, yeah? My aim is to get to 1,000 subscribers this year. So get subscribing. Smash that sub button for me. Otherwise, our game against Newcastle is going to be a tough game. We're coming off of a back of a 1-0 defeat to FC Porto away. You know my views on the goals. Well, I haven't given you my views because I haven't done a match review of that game or a preview. I've been slacking badly, and the goal itself could have been well avoided. But from their point of view, massive well done to Galido for getting that shot off. Great strike. It was a worldie. That's what it takes with 30 seconds left of the game as well. Right. That being said, let's get into the starting 11. In goal, Dararaya. I can't understand why he is facing criticism for not having to save that shot. It was a great shot. Most goalkeepers in the world most world-class goalkeepers would have struggled to save that. Galida, great shot, great goal. Dararaya, keep your head up high. Not that I'm praising you overly, but keep your head up high. And I just hope for another clean sheet for you tonight and a win. But Dararaya starts in goal, and I'm just dead sick of the criticism he's getting. I think it's unjustifiable and completely unfair. The back four, Benjamin White. He starts at right back for me. He's more comfortable position nowadays. He's played well in that position, especially in the league. And the other night, it was a bad night for him and everybody in that Arsenal shirt, red and white. But I'm still going to go with him. The centre-half pairing, William Saliba. He had a very, very poor night in Porto for me. He needs to make an amends tonight, and he will be kept on his toes because Alexander Isaac will be a handful and more than a handful. So he will need to be kept on his toes tonight. I'm going to go with Saliba and Gabriel dos Santos Magalhaes. For me, maybe he was a little bit better of the two. But one thing I will say is he has been probably, in the last 12, 18 months, our best centre half. Um, based on his overall performances, his consistency, whatever you throw at him, he defends it well. And long may that continue. Left back, well, I'm gonna go with Takahiro Tomiyasu. If he's fit, he starts in that position for me. I don't see why he's injured. I don't get why he's injured. I don't personally believe he is injured. He must be fit enough to start this game, or at least fit enough for the bench. But I personally believe he is fit to start this game for me at left back. So I'm going to go with Takahiro Tomiyasu. Right, the midfield three. Due to the fact that there's an issue with Partey's fitness, I'm going to have to go with Declan Rice. Declan Rice starts at the pivot in the midfield for me. For the simple reasons is he's been our best performer in the midfield area all season. He's performed like a club captain for me and should be wearing the armband, if not this season, next season. And on top of that, yeah, he covers a lot of space on that park. Declan Rice for me starts as the defensive midfield in the six. That's the pivot of the midfield area where he's sitting in between the two centre halves. On the left-hand side to him, I'll go with Kai Havertz for this game. I feel that he offers us. No, I'm not going to go with Kai Havertz. I'm going to go with Emil Smith Rowe. He can start this game in the midfield area. I think this is a game where we need to express ourselves a lot more, open up, and go for the jugular here. And Emil Smith Rowe starting this game will benefit him the world of good. Left hand side, on the right hand side to him, I'm going to go with Martin Odegaard, our club captain. If there's space in the midfield area, he will thrive on it, especially knowing that he can receive the ball and do things that he wants to do. Where there's little space, he seems to really struggle. And that's where we want Martin Odegaard to show his ability to perform with the ball while under pressure. The front three, Bukayo Saka, who tried to get Arsenal going in terms of creating an opportunity. He tried one or two tricks up in Porto, but for me, wasn't good enough, and it wasn't good enough at all. But I'm still going to go with Bukayo Saka with the form that he has been on in the Premier League. You wouldn't bet against him getting the goal tonight. Left wing forward, Gabriel Martinelli. I mean, a guy who performs well in space. He performs as good as anyone that you can see in an Arsenal shirt in space. With him, I think you need an overlapping left back to free up the opportunity for him to go one-on-one. In the middle of the attack, I'm going to go with Leandro Trossard. Wasn't his best game at Porto, but who in an Arsenal shirt had a good game. Exactly. For me, based on his form in the Premier League, 2 league goals in 2 league games, I won't bet against Leandro Trossard scoring in this game and performing well to the best of his abilities. The 9 substitutions. Aaron Ramsdale on the bench. He still keeps his place on the bench for the fact that David Raya is more competent with the ball at his feet, and he's got more control in his penalty area than Ramsdale. But Ramsdale, he's definitely knocking on the door. Substitute number 2. Substitute number 2. I've got to think long and hard about this. Jakob Kivia. He's done well when asked to cover at left back, but for me, I don't see him as an out and out left back. He's a centre half by trade. That's his position. However, his versatility will be key, and it's going to be key and important for me to have someone with versatility. And Jakob Kivia has shown that in the last couple of games, he's capable of doing a job wherever the manager's asked him to play. On the bench for me. Substitute number 3. This is going to be interesting. Substitute number 3. I'm going to go with Mohamed El Neni. Again, I think with him, he is delighted to be part of the Arsenal squad. And there's no Arsenal player that I can think of who's more delighted than El Neni when it comes to being part of the squad. I'm going to go with him on the bench. Substitute number 4, Jorginho. Now, for me, there's arguments that you could start Jorginho. I personally feel that he would probably start this game tonight if Arteta's got a plan. But for me, I'd still have him on the bench. This is my team that I'm picking, so I feel Jorginho's on the bench for this game. Substitute number 5, Kai Havertz. Now, he's a guy that you would prefer to play as a false 9 than in the midfield area. In the midfield, he doesn't offer a lot. There's not enough spark for me in that midfield area for me to say Kai Havertz deserves a place in that area. As a false 9, I don't really mind him because he can affect the game in that way, but not as a midfielder. But substitute number 5, Kai Havertz. Substitute number 6, Reece Nelson. If you want to get a player making an impact on the wings, then Reece Nelson is that guy. Whether he'll be at Arsenal next season is another matter to be resolved. But substitute number 6, Reece Nelson. Substitute number 7, Fabio Vieira. Now, this is a guy who will be fighting for Martin Odegaard's spot in the number 8 or number 10 role. And he's been criticised for not being physically acquitted to perform well in the Premier League. But if he gets an opportunity, I'm sure he would want to show us Arsenal fans what he really is made of. Substitute number 7. Substitute number 8. Substitute number 8. I'm going to go with Raul Walters, substitute number 8. For the simple reason is he's been selected on the bench for a reason. Obviously, the manager's seen what no Arsenal fan have seen in training as of yet. So there's a reason why he's been on the bench. Substitute number 9, Eddie Nketiah. Again, I think he's playing for his future at the club. I mean, that's the only reason why I have picked him. Otherwise, I would have gone with Jesus because I see a future with Jesus, but I just don't know if Eddie Nketiah will be part of the Arsenal family come the new season. But hey, that's my 9 substitutions, and I look forward to doing a team lineup news in less than an hour for sure. In over 20 minutes time. So guys, what a pleasure it is to be stepping foot on this platform again, and to give you guys my honest match day preview, of course. So, ladies and gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, I thank you for listening, thank you for tuning in, thank you for watching, and saving the best to last. I thank you so much for putting up with me as you do. Do look after your friends, do look after your families, and make sure you look after yourself this evening, which is always important. More peace, more lovings, more blessings again. As your host, your guy himself, from the bottom of my heart, I'm going to chat again, yeah? Like, comment, share, and subscribe as well. Please do all of that for me, yeah? That's really important. It helps the channel grow. And one more thing. Please just always be nice. And I do mean be nice. Cheers.